Okay, so Ray, I think you're okay. I'll be in the background. So,
Thank you.
but yeah, it was interesting that Ray, just about the design of movies as well. So,
Hi,
so
Alicia.
Ray, if you just
Hi,
go back,
Ray.
Ray, just go back to the movie English tab, Ray, and then you're up and running. You
Okay.
just move your tab over there. Right. Okay. That's the tab at the movie English 17.
Okay.
Fantastic.
Thank you.
Great, guys.
How are you?
Okay.
Hi, Ray. I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
What's going on? You're out. You're out of quarantine for a while now.
Oh yes, it's been 2 weeks, but the pandemic just broke out in Taiwan, so it's not good.
It broke out here also. I mean, we're on a small island, but we have around 500 cases now. But a lot of them are old. So
Oh yeah.
and spread out. We have a lot of provinces. So, but you know, it worries me. I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. But
Oh.
today we're talking about movies.
Yeah.
Do you like to go to the movies?
Oh yes, I do like movies.
I like movies also. Sunday is usually family day for movies here on the island, but the movies have been closed for about a year now, over a year.
Oh, I see.
Are they
I think-
open in
Yeah,
Taiwan?
our theater closed for 2 weeks because we just had the pandemic recently, so people are not got used to it.
You're lucky. We haven't opened the theaters here on the island, but in New York they're open.
Yeah, I heard about it.
Yeah, my sister says everything is getting back to normal now. She lives in Manhattan, so you know New York. She lives on 70th Street and First and Second Avenue, between First and Second.
Wow, that's a very good location though.
Did you ever go to a movie with dinner that you could order dinner?
Not exactly. No, I don't have these kinds of experience with dinner.
It's a lot of fun. It's like being on a plane on first class. They have these big seats, you can see them, and you order your dinner, a steak, a hamburger, American food, of course, and it's comfort food in the movie theater.
Yeah, like popcorns, hot dogs.
Oh, no, I'm talking about real food, steak or a hamburger and French fries, and I'm getting hungry talking to you.
Oh, have you had your dinner yet?
No, not yet, but I'm fine. I had a late lunch. How about you?
Oh yes, I did. I did have my dinner.
Did you go out for dinner?
Oh, not really. I cook by myself.
Okay. We have a chicken shack, rotisserie. My wife has she opened it up. It doesn't make money, but it gives us something to do, and we can hire somebody to work for us, so they have a job, and it's almost break even. But I have chicken every night.
So do you tired of chicken?
No. No, because I don't really understand Filipino food. So chicken or chicken. That's it. Chicken. Or something. I have a friend
That's a great option.
I have a friend who has an Italian restaurant here, and so I take home sometimes 2 or 3 times a week some Italian dishes.
Ew,
But otherwise,
sounds good.
no. I have some other things. You've been in New York. I know you're a flight attendant, right?
Yes, I was.
Yeah, these are some of the old theaters in New York from the 40s and 50s and 60s. They're so beautiful. I mean, look at this. This is just outstanding.
Wow, that's beautiful.
And some of them are still there.
I think some of them they have musical, right? Like how
Oh, you
They
mean
hold
Broadway?
play.
Broadway,
Yeah.
yes, yes. But in a long time ago, in the 30s and 40s, sometimes the movies would have an orchestra.
Oh.
So playing music and during intermission, it was really nice. And also, I'm a Christian, and when I'm in New York, I go to Times Square Church, and it's in an old movie theater that looks like a cathedral. I mean, it's so beautiful.
I don't think I've been there. Sounds very good.
Have you been to Broadway plays?
Oh yes, I did.
Yeah, the old theaters around there.
Oh, because I have watched some plays like for example like Aladdin, Frozen, Lion King.
Lion King, okay.
Yeah, yeah, something like that. I did enjoy.
I haven't been to a play in so many years. My mother used to take me to Broadway plays. I can't think of the name. You know, I was in a play once in New York City.
Really?
Yeah, in my 20s, I did an off Broadway play by Anton Chekhov called The Wedding, and
I don't know.
it ran for 2 weeks. A little showcase.
I see.
It was a lot of fun. I was very scared before each performance, so I stopped doing it. I was too nervous. Have you ever done any acting?
Oh yes, actually I did because when I was in university, I participated in the drama club. So I was a director and also the actress in the play.
Really? Would you like to go
Yeah.
into the movie business?
No, not really, but it's quite fun. It's like a small theater.
Yeah, I know.
So-
I understand. I did a little bit of that, but I'm too nervous to. Did you ever forget your lines on during the play? Yes, you did.
Luckily I didn't. Luckily,
did.
but actually one. Oh, you did? Oh,
Yes.
that's too bad.
Yes. But nobody knows, right?
Yeah,
Nobody
you just
knows.
make up your lines, right? You just make up.
Exactly. I started from the beginning again, but nobody knows, and your castmate, they help you also, you know. But
Yeah.
it was a lot of fun. I was living in the Bronx, and I was taking the trains to New York. I would stay sometimes at my friend's house in Manhattan, but one night I was so excited that I got on the train and I went the wrong way, and I went to Brooklyn instead of the Bronx.
Oh God.
At 1 o'clock in the morning. It was pretty funny, you know. But these things happen.
Yeah, I do understand because as a foreigner, it's so often like take the wrong train, but you are local though.
Yeah, no. I was just so excited, and I guess I had a few drinks with some of the cast after not an after party, but we went to a bar on Second Avenue and 83rd Street, I think it was, called the Salty Dog. It's not there anymore.
Oh,
But
you have very good memory though.
I do have a good memory. I can remember. You know what I can't remember?
You
I
can
can't
remember your
remember-
lines.
No, my school, when I went to college. I can't remember college. Amazing. I remember living there, right? Because I used to live with a rock and roll band, and we rented out a house off campus. But I don't remember classes. I remember graduating, but that's about it. I don't have any recollection, or high school. It's amazing.
Yeah, sounds amazing.
What's your favorite movie, Alicia?
I am fan of the Lord of the Rings.
Oh, okay, yeah, okay. I like that also.
Yeah, it's a very good series. Yeah, I'm a huge fan. I really like that. I also went to the Habitat in Auckland.
What's the name of it?
You know the movie where they shot in New Zealand.
Yeah, New Zealand. Yes.
Yeah, I've been there. I've
Yeah,
been
I just
there.
spoke to my friend from New Zealand today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know, I have a hostel here in the Philippines.
Yeah, yeah,
And,
yeah. You can mention that.
and she was born in Colorado, but her father was from New Zealand, so she had dual citizen. So she met a guy from New Zealand, so now she's living in New Zealand, and they're probably going to get married. She's the one who did my website for my bags, my cork bags. I don't know if you remember.
Oh, yeah. You mentioned that you're like a backpackers things.
Yeah, hold on. It should be coming up in a second. Yeah, this is her.
Oh, she's beautiful.
Yeah, she's very beautiful. And I just spoke to her tonight because I speak to her all the time. You know, I have a lot of friends that I met from around the world, from Israel to Germany, New Zealand. In fact, she made my website for me.
Wow, that's
Yeah,
so
we-
kind of her.
in fact, if I start up the business again, I'm going to ship my stock to New Zealand, and she'll handle my fulfillment because it's very expensive freight from the Philippines to anywhere in the world. It's like 2 times to 3 times the cost. So if I buy from Portugal, I'll send it to New Zealand, and if I buy from my factory in China, my friends, they'll handle the shipping. So I'm just waiting for COVID to get finished with. Yeah, but she's really nice. When the COVID is over, you should come over here. Even if you don't stay with me, it's really a relaxing island, and
Yeah, I really hope so.
it's really beautiful here. And hopefully the movies will be open by then.
Yeah, exactly. But you know, nowadays people like they watch online, like Netflix streams. Yeah, so people like seldom go out. But yeah, they still do, but it's not like before.
It's going to be like before. America
Oh,
just
really?
had a tremendous weekend for movies. It just opened up, and so many people went to the movies. I love Netflix. I watch it every night. I just watched the movie Colosso. It's really good if you like a little science fiction movie.
Okay.
And I'm on there every night. I'm watching a lot of the old movies. I watched Indiana Jones again.
Oh,
And,
Indiana Jones is it's a great movie.
yeah,
It's so
all of
exciting.
them. I enjoy them so much.
Yeah.
So, what is your favorite type of movie?
Actually, I watch all type of movies. Like as a girl, definitely like romance.
Okay.
Yeah, romance, and I like zombie movie.
You do like okay, I like the zombie movie with what's his name? Like a comedy. Woody
Yeah.
Harrelson. What's his name? Where's my Google Translate? Some I don't like to be scared, but I like the one with Woody. Okay. You know, did you see that one? It's like 2 or 3 of them. It's really a funny zombie movie.
Yeah, I have watched one zombie movie. It's so funny. It's called Scout.
Scouts?
Yeah, that one was it's ridiculous. It's so fun. It's so funny. You should watch it.
I
It's
just wrote it down.
but it's so fun.
I
It's not scary at all.
am a scaredy cat when it comes to scary movies, but I like cowboy movies.
It's very classic.
Yeah, I like Western movies. Western movies, and I like detective movies.
Mm. You like to use your brain because I don't want to think too much. 'Cause I think relax when you watch a movie. But detective or like science movie, you have to like think too much.
No, I don't. I like to think during a movie. Otherwise, I'm going to go to sleep.
Yeah.
And I like exciting movies, like we were just talking about Indiana Jones, or
Action movies.
did you see the Magnificent Seven? Let me see.
Uh,
Let me see if I can spell this. M-A Magnificent. Okay. 7. You
I'm
would
not
like
sure
it.
why it's in Chinese anyway.
You would like this movie. One day I'm gonna figure out how to use Google Translate better. I'm serious.
Yeah, because like it's all a translate is not correct. It doesn't have any. It doesn't have any sense at all.
Any meaning, huh?
Yeah, no meaning at all.
All right. You know, I used to work for a Korean company in New York. That was one of my first jobs. And I was the only American there. And nobody spoke English. And I used to order lunch every day for everybody. Otherwise, they would order the same thing. So,
Really, the Korean town. Why don't they just like?
this
order
was Korean
food?
Town wasn't there yet. This was back in the 80s.
Oh God, no,
I
have
love
no
Korean
clue.
Town. I had 36th, 37th Street off of Broadway, 35th Street. I love all those restaurants. In fact, I used to go to the nightclubs above the restaurants at night.
Oh,
I was taken out by some of our clients. This was a long time ago. I don't think you were born yet. I'm talking about 30 years ago. But
I've been clubbing in I think near in Korean town. They have a lot of cool bar.
a
and
lot of
very
cool bars. Yes. We used to put our people at the Savoy Hotel on the corner of Broadway and 35th Street in Korean Town.
Mm.
I miss it. I miss going out there, and it was not expensive, right? Lunch $7, and there was a restaurant called Woolly Oak. I don't know if you ever heard of it. A Korean restaurant.
No.
Okay, it's a very famous restaurant. In New York City, and there's one in Korea. And I worked for another guy, an American guy. It was 3 people office, but he loved Korea. So every day he would take me out to lunch to this Woolly Oak restaurant. And it was like a 2-3 o'clock lunch because he liked to drink. I don't drink, but he didn't want to go by himself. So every day I had Korean food. It was very good.
Yeah, I love Korean food. I'm jealous. And I want to go.
We have a very nice restaurant here on the island, a Korean restaurant that's owned by a very, very nice Korean woman. And I just won't go there because of the COVID. Otherwise, I was there 3 times a week. That was where we went for lunch during the week.
How about the takeout? I think they do serve like takeout food, right?
Yes. I've done it a few times, but I'm guilty. I'm nervous. I don't want to go take out. I just had to send something to New York, and somebody wanted me to put some money in the bank for them. I wouldn't do it. I don't like to go out where there's a lot of people right now. Like I'm sure you're the same way.
Oh yeah, exactly. Like yeah, people seldom go out, but we do like essential shopping, like grocery shopping. We want to like buy food because it's not allowed to dine in right now.
Yeah, I have somebody do it for me.
Oh, that's very nice.
I won't go to the market. The other day I drove
That's very smart of you.
I drove my wife to the market, and there was so many people there, I wouldn't let her go out. I came home and she's screaming at me. I said, Gloria, I don't care. You're not going there. And it's not that bad, I don't think. But I just don't want to take chances.
Exactly, because like it happens in Taiwan, it's all the confirmed cases occurred in the big markets. Because like people are so afraid once there's lockdown. So the one they got COVID, they have no idea they already had the COVID, but they still go out to do like grocery shopping. But there are so many people like gathering all together. So I think it spreads so fast.
Aisha, when I go out, I wear 2 masks.
Yeah, it's essential. Yeah, definitely. Because like
Not one, I wear 2.
yeah, it's not
Now,
enough. for
If I
one.
need money, I don't use my bank card. I send it through Western Union, because when I go to Western Union, nobody's there. You know, it's a small place.
Yeah.
So I call her up before I go and I say, listen, I'm coming over. Nobody's there. She says, come on over, Ray. And I go, I put on my shield, my 2 masks. I go out of the car. The money's ready and I go out. I will not go into a bank. And you know, a lot of the banks are under quarantine now.
Oh.
I hear on the island. You know, we have a small island. So if one bank gets quarantined, everybody gets scared about everybody else. So nobody goes out.
So how when will you have the vaccine in the island?
We have it, but I haven't been called yet.
Oh, it's like it's not based on the age.
I should be called. Not only that, I'm a cancer survivor 3 times.
Oh.
So I really should be called for, and plus I have a special needs child, so we should be called right away. And my wife, all she has to do is make a phone call, but she won't do it. My wife's family is very connected, and she won't. She doesn't want to be the one who cut in line. She wants to wait her turn. In New
Oh.
York, you get off the subway, they give you a shot.
I see.
You know, California is giving away $116 million
Mhm.
in prizes for people to get the vaccine, right?
I heard of it because like it seems like US got too many vaccine left. They want to encourage people to get vaccinated.
Yes, but that $116 million could vaccinate the country of the Philippines. Right? It
Exactly.
could vaccinate Taiwan, right?
Yeah, but you know, sometimes like in this difficult moment, like they only take care about their citizens. But I think it's totally reasonable. They want to encourage people like to go out. Like I think not only US government do the same thing. Like I heard like Hong Kong government, they also have something like a lucky draw. If you get vaccinated, you can have a chance to win an apartment. You know, apartment in Hong Kong.
I know.
So a lot of people just like what? So they were volunteering to get vaccinated.
My best friend owns an apartment in Hong Kong, very small.
Very small, but extremely
Very
expensive.
expensive, right? Very expensive. I miss Hong Kong. I like Hong Kong. I liked Hong Kong. I liked Hong Kong when the British had it. I told you that, I think.
Yeah. It's totally different vibe, and it's all different.
I know it is, but it was so nice back in the early days, back in the 70s and the 80s. It was very interesting. I still think that the British, they should have made a deal to keep it longer, but that's just how I feel.
Yeah, it's too bad to see Hong Kong like it shifts so fast.
So fast.
Yeah.
I used to love to go to the market, the restaurants, little shops. 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, I had no problem going around. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Yeah, because I have lived in Hong Kong for 7 years, so I do have some feelings of Hong Kong as well.
You know, I love Asia. I've always loved Asia. I've always felt very relaxed here. Like I just like it. I have no desire to go to Europe. I'm very happy. I like Korea. I like Hong Kong. The times I went to Taiwan, I had a good time. So it's just a different life.
Yeah, it is.
It is. So let's get back to the movies.
Okay.
Are you going to see the new James Bond movie when it comes out?
Oh, really? I have no idea.
I think it's coming out the end of the year. I think for Christmas time.
Okay.
I'm definitely going to the movies. This is a movie you shouldn't see on your computer. This you have to see big screen.
Yeah, because like action movies, it's like more excited to see it in the theater.
And there's a new Indiana Jones movie coming out. Yeah, there
Oh,
is.
is it the same actor play the
Yes.
role?
Yes,
Oh,
Harrison Ford.
It's so old.
He's very old. Yeah, I know. He's in his 80s, but he's in good shape.
His 80s?
I
It's
think so.
ridiculous.
Late 70s or yeah, late 70s, I think. He's been around for a long time, Harrison Ford.
Wow.
Yeah, he's coming out, I think, summertime.
Wow, so excited. I definitely want to watch the movie though.
Did you watch The Irishman with Scorsese?
Irishman?
Yes. It's on Netflix. You should watch it. Irishman. Yeah, that's it. It's called The Irishman. It's by Martin Scorsese. It's got Robert De Niro, Joe Pesci, Harvey Keitel, Ray Romano is in it. It's very exciting.
Oh, okay. I will take a look.
It's a gangster movie.
Okay. Sounds scary.
Well, I like it, because it's from my era. So I really enjoy, and I love Scorsese movies. I mean, Casino and I can't think of the names of the movies now, but he's great. He's one of the best directors in the world. And also, there's a movie, Dolomite. Did you watch it with Eddie Murphy?
I'm not sure what is the translate in Mandarin. Probably I know.
Dolomite. I know I'm spelling it wrong, but go on Netflix and you should watch these movies. They're really, really good.
Okay.
You'll like them. And
I hope so. Yeah, I do have some time. I can watch them.
I watch a lot of Netflix at night for like 3 or 4 hours every night when I get home.
Yeah, and probably you grab some snacks with it.
Yes, I do. Not probably. I do. And I enjoy it. I watched The Crown. I watched that twice. The Crown.
Oh, I heard of it. I heard it's great.
It's better than great. It's I like it for the history of that time period. It's very geographical, and it tells the life of royalty. I don't know how true it is, but it seems. I know she was a great queen, and I know she did a lot for World War II, and I know that Winston Churchill was a man among men. Absolutely, you should watch it. Oh, there's so many good shows on Netflix now.
Yeah, exactly.
And not only Netflix, on YouTube, I watched the Jason Bourne movies. You know Jason Bourne?
I'm not sure. Hopefully you can Google it so I can see the website or the photo.
Let me, oh, this, okay.
Oh yeah. I know him.
But what you don't know is that there was a movie made in 1978, 1980, Jason Bourne with Richard Chamberlain. I'm sure I'm spelling his name wrong, but it'll come up, yeah. This is the first Jason Bourne movie. And
Oh.
it's on YouTube. You can watch it or download it, and it's really a great movie. Great acting. So many famous movie stars are in it. You would like this.
Okay.
And he also did a movie called Shogun. Also a miniseries. It's a great movie. It's by James Clavell. I don't know if you read his books.
I never saw this movie.
It's very old. Okay. But you should try to watch it on YouTube. It's great. It tells the story of some British sailors who got stranded in China in the 1800s.
Okay.
Okay, this is the same author who did Taipan. I don't know if you saw this movie, but the book was great. And it's a story of Hong Kong, how Hong Kong got settled. It's based loosely on the Squire Group, the company that owns Cathay Pacific.
Oh, really?
Yes, it's all about the trading companies and how they develop. If you have time, you should read some of these books by James Clavell. Let me see if I can get his. Okay. This is James Clavell, and he wrote all these books, and he's a great author. He passed away, but you would really enjoy his books. And Taipan you would love, and Noble House. Noble House? Wow. How old am I?
I have no clue what you're talking about.
Oh, I thought you would. The Noble House is a book, and it tells all about Hong Kong, how it got started. When I got married, my wife got me into all these books, and that's when I really got excited about going to Asia and Hong Kong and Korea, and it was because of this author, James Clavell. And they made a lot of his books into movies. I thought you would like to know something about that.
Sorry, I don't.
That's
Not
okay.
at all.
The book. So this is Noble House. Believe it or not, I read his books at least once every year, and they're around 600 pages each book.
Wow. So the Noble House like is like a
The Noble House
it's a different novels, right?
yeah, but it tells a story of a certain family and how they built their trading companies, like the Swire Group that owns Cathay Pacific.
Yeah. Oh.
Exactly, exactly.
So basically the stories are true stories. They didn't make up.
They're nonfiction, but a lot of them are based on truth.
Oh, I see.
You would like them. I'm sure you would. It's very exciting. To me, I couldn't stop reading when I was reading it. I love books, Aisha. I do. I haven't read books in a while because I can't get to a bookstore.
Can you book? You can just buy online.
I know, but to me, it's not the same. It's not the same when I'm reading on a telephone. You know, I like to feel the book in my hand. You know, it's like newspapers. I miss the newspapers. I miss the New York Times, the Daily News, the New York Post.
So we don't deliver like the post or the book and the real book. You cannot book online.
Or buy online.
Yeah.
It's hard to get delivery here.
Oh, I see.
That's a problem. Unless I buy from Shopee. I never even thought of buying books on Shopee. That's a good idea. Or Shopee or Lazada, I guess. I never even thought of it. Yeah, I'm sure they have it.
I think they do, because like there are so many foreigners in Philippines. They should have like easy way to purchase this kind of foreign books, right?
I haven't met too many foreigners who like to read books.
Okay.
I don't have too many foreigner friends here. It's just I'm by myself, unless friends come over from the States. I haven't met too many people that I care to hang out with. I don't drink, so that's one of the prerequisites to be an expat. You know, I'm happy at home. I love my family, so I'll read by myself or watch TV by myself or hang out with my son. I'm very happy doing that.
That's very sweet.
Yeah, and when we have the hostel, I love hanging out with people. You know, and everybody's watching Netflix when they're here because we have a terrific Wi-Fi in the hostel. So
that's very good to know. That's very important.
Everybody, and people teach English here. That's why I thought about teaching English, because one of the guys offered me a job to teach English online. And I said, "Are you sure you want?" He says, "Yeah, Ray, you can do it." I said, "I don't." We were so busy at the time. I said, "That's that. Thank you very much, but no, thank you." And that's how I realized that these kind of jobs existed. I didn't know before.
It's definitely there. Yeah, because like pandemic thing, so people tend to learn online more. So yeah, I think a lot of people will join this market.
You know, and I like it. I'm learning so much. I'm learning from you. I learned from all the kids that stay here. You know, they're just amazing people, and a lot of them are doctors, they're lawyers, they're professionals, nurses. It's just bloggers. I didn't even know what a blogger was until he explained to me what he did for a living. I had no idea you could make a living as a blogger, and it's sensational. You kids are great. When the hostel is open, I feel like I'm a teenager again.
How long have you run the hostel?
We opened it up 3 years ago.
Oh.
And
it's so new.
It's so new. And hold on a second. This is where about. I don't know if you remember. This is the picture of the hostel.
Oh yeah, you showed to me.
And it's an amazing place. It's over 100 years old. It was built by my wife's father, and it sat. Nobody used it for 30 years. Nobody lived there. And one time we were at our swimming pool and having a barbecue, and this French guy pulls up in a motorcycle, and he says, "Do you know where there's a hostel?" And my wife and I looked at each other and we said, "What's a hostel?" And then he explained it to us. And then we made friends with him. He was a fireman from France. And my wife looked at me and said, "Let's turn my father's house into a hostel."
Wow, that's how it starts.
And my wife is an architect. So she went to work on the house. And within 6 months, it was up and running. And our first year, we were #1 on bookings.com for customer rating. We had like a 9.8 out of 10.
Wow, it's really high. Wow.
We're high also on Hostel World and on Agoda. We have over 9-point rating. This is from my home. I live on the water. And this is the hostel. The city uses it to entertain US Aid or other people that come from different countries, because it's a museum house. And then we had beauty pageants come, and like this guy over here, that's my wife, and this guy was a scientist from one of the Dutch, Scandinavia, one of those places. I mean, they're really brilliant guys. And these are from French and Spain and Czechoslovakia, all over the world. It's so much fun. After COVID, you have to come here. I'm inviting everybody to come over here.
You should have an invitation to all of us.
I'm going to invite everybody, including Hector, my teacher, who's teaching me here. And I want everybody to come over and just relax and rent a motorcycle and go around the island to waterfalls. And you can even go to a movie. To go to a movie here in the Philippines, it's around $5 for a great brand new movie theater with a big bag of popcorn, and it's so cheap.
Yeah, it's so cheap.
It's so, in America, it cost me $60 to go to the movies with my wife and my son.
Yeah.
The tickets and popcorn, and here it's $5, and I'm very happy.
So cheap.
So cheap. We went to the movies every Sunday. That was our Sunday day.
Oh.
I'm looking forward. Hopefully, in the next few months, it'll open up again.
Yeah, probably. Let's do a finger crossed.
Yeah, I want to open up also here. I want to reopen the hostel, and hopefully in 3 or 4 months, when everybody has is vaccinated.
Yeah. So, will you do like a vaccinated check for a traveler if they want to stay? Like it's like required, definitely have a vaccine.
I think the government will do that.
Oh, I see.
I wouldn't do that. I don't think that's right. If somebody comes, they come. I'm not going to. So I'll be vaccinated. My staff will be vaccinated. My wife and my son will be vaccinated. So I'm hoping that the other person is vaccinated. But if you're vaccinated, you're protected. Even if you get the COVID, you won't get that sick.
Yeah, true. That's very true.
And we're getting the Chinese Sinovac. Yeah, no, really.
Yeah. Do you have other option where that is only sources you got?
Maybe AstraZeneca. Or possibly Pfizer. We just got a cold storage on the island. So whatever they give me, I'll take, because I'm gonna go back to New York as soon as I can. As soon as my wife and my son are vaccinated, I'll go back to the States, and because I want to get checked out by my doctors. I also had stem cell replacement about 1.5 years ago, so I feel great. I swim every day, so thank God I'm fine. But I do want to go back to this, and I want to see my sister. I lost one of my sisters over the year. She was 84 and she was a heavy smoker, so it's okay. I expect. I didn't expect her to last so long,
I
mean-
I see.
but I'm gonna go back to the States, and if I have to get revaccinated, I'll get revaccinated while I'm there.
Yeah, you can do another vaccine
You
in
can switch.
States.
I know. I've been reading everything about AstraZeneca, Sinovac, Pfizer, Moderna, whatever it's called, and you can take one and then you can take another if you have to.
Yeah.
And I'll take, when I go home, I'll take Cathay Pacific. They're not running out of Cebu yet. Hopefully, in the next month they'll stop.
Yeah, Cebu, I don't think so. Probably Manila.
Yeah, they're running out of Manila. One of my friends just went back to New York. My neighbor.
Yeah. Yeah,
So-
Cebu probably have to wait because like not so many people, not so many passengers required to take this flight, but Manila is always full.
Well, I don't like to go to Manila. I lived in Manila for about 10 years, but I'm not a Manila guy, even though I have a lot of friends in Manila. Hello, Albert. What am I doing here?
Hello,
Hello, Albert. How are you?
I'm good.
Albert,
Hi.
hi. You got your mask on, huh?
Yeah, I'm actually I'm in the office right now.
Okay, that's what I thought, that you were outside. Aisha, this is Albert. Albert, Aisha, I'm Raymond Katz. Albert. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear
Okay.
you. Yeah.
You can call me Ray. I'm in the Philippines right now, but I'm from New York City.
Oh, cool. I have been to Manila once.
Oh, Manila. Yeah, where'd you go?
I just go to Manila and take a walk around over there.
Very crowded, huh?
Yeah, very crowded. But like many years ago.
It's worse. It's worse. I used
The
to
traffic is crazy.
say again. It's
The
crazy,
traffic in Manila.
crazy. I used to have a factory there.
Oh,
I think Albert has a bad connection.
oh. No connection.
No connection. We're back. Yeah, I used to have a factory in Manila. I used to make wedding gowns and haute couture many years ago.
Yeah, you mentioned. Yeah, you did mention that.
Yeah, one day I'll see if I can find some photos of the olden days when we used to have fashion shows and everything. You would have loved it, Aisha. You would have loved it. So today's Friday. Are you going to go to the movies tomorrow?
It's all closed.
It's
All
all
the
closed.
theaters are closed.
It's all closed. Watch it Netflix.
Yeah.
Watch some of the movies I told you to watch. Watch Colosso. I don't even know how to spell it. Where's Google Translate?
Maybe you just Google on the website so I can see the photo.
Oh, yeah. You're smarter than I am. There it is.
Oh yes, I did. I watched this. I
You
watched
watched
this.
it?
Yeah.
It was a good movie, right?
It's been a while.
I just watched it last week. I didn't watch it in the movie theater. I watched it on Netflix.
Oh yeah, I think it's few maybe 3 years, around 3 or 4 years ago.
How do you like? I thought it was a new movie.
It's not totally new, but it's fun. It's fun movie.
It makes you think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really interesting. I don't know how people think about these things, how they can make a movie like that.
Yeah, it's quite unique.
It's really unique. Would you if somebody played you in a movie, who would you want to play you? Anne Hathaway could play you in the movie.
Mm,
No?
no.
You know, I was thinking if they ever made a movie about my life, and it's a very interesting life, who would play me? I
Mhm.
have no idea.
Mhm.
One day I'd like to write a book about everything that I've done. You know, I used to have the factory. I had retail stores in Manila. I had one in Dubai. I've been all over the world on my own, not backpacking. I stayed in hotels, but it's been very interesting. The people I've met and the things I've done. It's the businesses I've started with nothing. My wife and I started the factory with 7 people, and when we had to close it down because my son got sick, we had 500 people working for us.
Wow, that's a lot of people.
A lot of people, right? We had in-house 300, 350 people, and subcontractors about 150. So, and we were always busy.
Well, it's a big company.
No, it was very small, but it was a lot of labor-intensive work in the Philippines. We did wedding gowns and embroideries, so it was very. You needed a lot of people. We had a big payroll. Back then everybody got paid every week, and we always. That's the problem with a small factory. You always need cash.
So you offer the cash to 500 workers?
Yeah, every week we used to go to the bank, and we used to cash our checks and go out of the bank with $100, like $25, a few $1,000s. Yeah, in all big bills every week, and then we used to have to make the payroll every week.
Sorry, I run off the battery. I have to charge a little bit.
Okay, it's almost 8 o'clock anyway, Aisha. I come back. I like talking to you if you're around next Friday.
Okay, sure. See you.
Okay, God bless. Take care.
Okay, goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.
Hello, Albert.
Yeah.
That was my father's name, Albert.
Oh, really?
Yes.
One of my friends named the name for me.
I like it. I haven't used it in a long time. Do you go by Al or Albert?
A-L.
Albert.
Yeah, Albert.
Where are you, in Taiwan?
I'm in Taiwan in Kaohsiung.
What do you do over there? What do you do for work if you're still at work now, so late?
I work in a cram school, like I mean actually in a classroom.
A what?
In a classroom.
Oh, the clock room. Okay. How long have you been there for?
Like 2 years already.
Do you like it?
Pretty much. Yeah, I like it.
That's good. You got to like your work if you want to go to work every day.
Yeah, I'm trying like pay more like effort and something for work.
That's good. Did you finish college, university? I think we're losing you, Albert.
All right, well done. I think, yes, Albert, are you there?
Hold on, Albert. Thank you so much. Try to
Sorry,
come
I
earlier
lose my internet. And
okay.
yeah,
Try to come earlier next Friday, okay? Look for me, okay?
okay. 7
We'll talk
p.m.
some
right?
more.
That's good. Well
Take
done,
care.
Albert. Feel free to join, and great, Raymond. You know what to do after class. Snapshot the Google Works, Raymond. You know what to do. I'll be on WhatsApp if you need my help. Okay.
Thank you. Albert, you should go stay online to talk to Stephanie. She's doing a chat room now.
She's in the chat
Okay,
room
no
next.
problem.
Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Okay. Take care, Albert. Okay. All right, Raymond, you're okay? What to do next?
I really didn't do much in the Google Translate. It was terrible.
Well, I think you're getting there. I think that, yeah. I just sent a message. I was just thinking, better today, much better.
Oh, I like her so much. I
Oh,
like
so,
a lot
yeah.
of these kids.
Yeah, I think this is what I feel. It's what I was discussing with the admin as well, is that because I've been working with Taiwan students a long time, and you know they often need that stimulation idea, but I guess they probably need some sort of anchor to work off so they know what to look for. So yeah, I think that's the thing I would suggest. Sometimes when the conversation may go a little dry, just go back to the blog. So like I say, if you clicked on the Movie English, there's lots of information that takes you back to the main anchor of the class.
Gotcha. And I
so,
think
yeah.
she's gonna go watch those movies I told her to watch.
Yeah, you've got some good ones. Yeah, I mean,
it might some good ones. I rewatched Jason Bourne with Richard Chamberlain the other day.
Right,
I really
yeah.
enjoyed it. And I do read James Clavell once or twice a year.
Well, you're very educated in the novel world. I'm afraid that the students, and probably, you know, that's one of the difficulties, is that we also have to recognize the gap in our age, in a sense, the younger generation. Yeah, whether they can. I often have to think, am I going into too much in my era for them not to understand? So I don't go too long into that, because it'll go over their heads.
Well, the reason I did it was because I know she worked for Cathay Pacific, and it's based loosely on the Swire Group that owns the airlines with the Chinese government, about the trading companies. So I thought you would really enjoy that.
Yeah, I mean, some very interesting things, isn't it, Ray? You've got the history behind it, and yeah, I mean, right? Do you feel a bit more empowered today? You know, open up the tabs like that.
Yeah, I'm feeling much more at ease.
Getting the idea now. I think it's
yes, sir.
And that's the thing. That's what I would suggest, is that you keep going back to you know how conversation goes into there, then you bring it back in, and then you go back to the tab again, to the movie. And of course, it was about etiquette today. So movies, I was going to suggest food. What sort of, you did that a little bit. What sort of things annoy you in the
I have all those notes in front of me. I was waiting to start using them, but we just got off at a little tangent, so I just let it go.
Well, I mean, I'm just thinking, because we've been focusing in this last few weeks on general conversation, which is good, because that's what it's about. I'm wondering whether, because you put quite a lot of effort in preparation, whether we stick to the same topic for next week. What do you think?
Whatever you think is best. Let's see if if I'm good at it. I'm enjoying this, Hector. I like to do more of it.
I mean, what we tend to do is we do go into particular types of genre of movies, or particular focus on movies. But I'm just wondering, you know, just because it is a transition for you from because it is obviously I think what I was discussing with the admin is that the thing is that I think you've seen it with the other teachers. They obviously have a focus. The topics are different. Chat's very different to the focused subjects. So today, very good, conversation in all directions. You're really good at that. I think the theme, we lost a bit of the theme in regards to going back to the movie etiquette, but it's understandable because you were doing the practicing on the chatting last week and the week before. So I think we could do the same again next week.
Whatever you
And,
think is good. By the
yeah.
way, she wanted to talk, so I let her talk.
Brilliant. No, that was great. Yeah, absolutely. Go with the flow. I'm not saying you have to stick with the, it's not mandatory to stick with that.
I try to bring
and,
it back, but what I felt that she wanted to talk, so I just let her go.
She's good. She's
Hi,
really
Adam.
good.
How you doing? Okay. My son just got here.
Right. Well, look at that. I mean, that's great. I mean, but it was
It's okay,
much better today.
Can you,
Yeah, it's great. Hmm.
what do I do now? So I just.
Right, let's do that. Yeah. So you go to Google Translate. We just still have that page open.
Sure, somewhere. I didn't close it.
Right, Google Translate. It's not in another page. Okay.
Here. I wonder where it is.
It didn't get overwritten, did it? Like you always got to open a new tab if you're opening something new. But I wonder if you want to click the arrow back, the just on the browser, just above Google. I'm just wondering, would there possibly, if you click on that, does that take you to the Google? It might be right. Didn't. No, I was just wondering whether it might have.
You're so smart. It's
gone back to that. It is. Hey, you got it. All right. Excellent. Okay. And what you find is that, yeah, Woody Harrelson, Scouts, Western movies, you can also put your mouse and put a return after. Yeah, that's sometimes what happens. Yeah, you got it. They sometimes the frustration I find is that all the words get jammed up together, but yeah, that's a lesson there, Ray, is that when you're
I go to
you open another tab when you have conversation. Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Then
not
I go.
Quite. No. Ray, you've got to click on Google Translate. Right. If you go back to Google Translate, that's what you need open there. Right. And then you go to the top. You see the there's a little strange, yeah, I think that's it. Screenshot. Yes, you've got it. Click that.
Select the area.
Select area.
Okay,
Then
go
wait till it
here.
comes up. Yeah, and then drag it across. Yep. You're getting it now. Bring it down. And then boom, you've got it. Then pick out what you like. Doesn't have to be the whole page, just the words. That's great.
Copy image.
Copy image. Yeah.
And I go to WhatsApp.
WhatsApp. Yeah. What you can do, you'll find, is we just take the words themselves. You just take that part of the screen, but it's good enough. Click on that. The team there. Enjoy. You're on it. That's right. Yeah, well done. Put the mouse cursor into that message. Just click on there. And then right click. Okay. So the mouse needs to go where type a message.
Yeah. Now it always. Let me just move. Okay.
And then yeah, paste. You're getting it.
Send, right?
Send. Yeah. And then what you need to do is go to the movie, your movie tab. Yeah.
Movie theater.
Movie English. That's no, it's the second one along. So you were looking for the blog.
Okay, I'm sorry.
One there, yeah. And then you copy the link.
Okay.
So you go to the URL at the top. That's enjoy dash. The whole thing should copy.
And then I send it back to WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, yeah.
Okay.
Paste. And then we wait. Right, okay. We tend to like to wait for it to, if you do it again, you can remove that now. This one here, if you see the little down arrow, click it. Yeah, if you click that, then delete it, delete the message.
Okay,
Just click that, right, delete for everyone.
okay.
Okay. Just another tab to do. If you, once you've clicked the OK, then we'll go back to that message again, and
Okay.
then right click again, and paste, and then just wait. Okay, just hold it. Yes, now you see that comes out. Sometimes it takes about 30 seconds for it to retrieve, fetch the page.
And then I
you
send it.
Send it, yeah, absolutely. Great.
Okay, thank
great,
you.
Good effort there, Ray. Better, getting better there. And I'll discuss about the topics and whether we go to a different topic. Maybe we will. You get the idea, Ray. You get the picture. It's not too complicated. Go
No,
with the
no,
flow.
I'm enjoying this. If you need me to
Brilliant.
do another class, I can do another class if you want.
Yeah, we'll just get things nailed. There's a few more things to improve on, but I think we're nailing some of the issues here. What happened today with the Google Translate, good, but then be wary not to stay on Google Translate too long because you may type something and may overwrite it. So always keep
Got it.
adding a tab or go to one that you've used and then remove it. But
And I had a lot of words spelled out in front of me that I thought I was going to use today, but I didn't, because I know that I'll misspell them.
Well, yeah, you learn a lot. I mean, there is some interesting, we're hoping to make it also fun and interesting for us to reminisce or learn things as well. It's not just learning English, but maybe knowledge as well. And by the way, next week we've got, I think in Taiwan, look out for Dragon Boat Festival.
Right, got it. I know what that
Coming
is.
up, so it's a real good conversation. That will be, I think, in the traditions for next week. Actually, I think that's the
It's about the
schedule.
poet, huh?
It's a big one happening. I think it happens, you know, next Friday at that weekend. I think it'll be happening at the weekend. So, look, I guess I wonder if it happens in the Philippines. Whether that's happening.
We don't really.
Dragon
We have like 4 dragon races. We have 4 people, 4 boats going by. It's no big deal.
Well, anyway, it's ways of. I've got to say, it must be very nice though, being able to play on the water in the Philippines. It's so nice and warm.
I'll send you a video to your personal WhatsApp. You'll get a kick out of it. Is that okay?
That sounds fantastic, Ray.
You'll laugh a lot. You could show Stephanie.
Yeah.
We didn't buy the boat. We're not going to buy a boat just until it opens up. But it's really funny. You'll enjoy it. I took it the other day. It just came out so funny. You'll enjoy it.
Fantastic, right? Okay then.
LOL.
Good stuff, Ray. Well, have a great weekend, Ray. Stay safe, mate.
We're gonna have a brownout. We're gonna have a blackout tomorrow. So.
Oh, you are. Okay. We've got a new teacher coming in for taking over TED Ed for next week. Unfortunately, we have to lose Addison.
How is Addison feeling? She's over the COVID now, right?
Yeah, it's lingering, so I'm just going to take a break. So we'll soldier on, and we'll just keep going. Yeah, just it's spreading a bit, but just anyway, eventually we'll all get vaccinated. Let's keep our hopes up on that one.
All right, I'm just killing mosquitoes as I go by.
Yes, all right. Well, anyway, if you need any further checks on the approach, further discussion, I'll be on hand to have a chat with you, Ray, if we need to have a further look at this as well, because I know we're recording at the moment, so maybe offline we could do some more further discussion. But well done today, much better. I'm much happier about how we did this today.
My computer was good today. Thank
Yeah.
God.
You spoke to
Ray
it
doesn't
nicely.
panic. Last week
No panic.
I was bewildered. I wasn't panicking. I just couldn't understand what was going on. I was
We've all
getting
been
pissed.
there, Ray. You
I was
know,
getting
we've all
pissed
been.
off.
Yeah, we've all been there before. And that's all part of the learning curve. I think
I had
it's,
everything set up last week, just so you know, on the
Yeah.
computer.
Mm.
I had all my cues or whatever you call it. I was really ready to go. And then
Yeah.
like 10 minutes before 7, it stopped working. So I rebooted my router, I rebooted my computer, and I just feel that I went on to the class the wrong way. And that's why I kept going
Yeah.
back to Edge. That's the only reason, that's the only thing I could think of.
well, I think the thing is when it's in a rush, the simple strategy is timetable, open up the blog, Google Translate. That's the thing. Those are the 3 tabs. And then if you want to, I usually go for images. I usually sometimes go for the title and then search images.
I
Something
wouldn't
will
even,
come up. boom.
if I had thought about minimizing the Edge, it would have went back to
Mm.
Google, Chrome. So you
that's right.
just told me something tonight that I'm not going to forget.
Fantastic. That's all the learning capabilities. Yeah, and you're getting better at this as well, right? And this will all be transferable skills in lots of areas, as you know. So it's something that's going to help you as well. So it's a good effort on the conversation as well. That's what we want. That's what we're looking for.
Thank you.
So good stuff, Ray. Keep in touch, and we'll check in with you next week. Okay. Have a great weekend, mate.
God bless. Say hello.
Take care.
Bye-bye.